We're good.
Good evening, and welcome to Bergen Catholic's first virtual open house. My name is Matthew Rosa, Director of Admissions, and we will begin today's program in prayer.
Good evening and a warm welcome to all who are joining us this evening. I am Father Sam Monaco, and I serve the Bergen Catholic School and community as its chaplain. I have been a priest of the Archdiocese of Newark for over 30 years and currently reside and also serve at the Church of St. Anne, which is in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. This is the church that I am in right now. And I have served over the years not only as a parish priest, but as a director of religious education, as a hospital chaplain, and also as a police chaplain. And I'm proud and delighted to say that my role at Bergen Catholic, in addition to it being that of a supportive nature, consists of several weekday morning masses celebrated in our school chapel. We also have Eucharistic adoration on a monthly basis, and we also provide retreat programs based on a variety of class spiritual themes for all students on select school days during the year as well. So we thank you for joining us this evening, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors, plans, and goals. And so let us pray. God of all knowledge and goodness, we turn to you this evening as we participate in this open house event. We give you thanks for all the students and family members who are with us this evening. Help them to discern and reflect with faith as they finalize or begin to finalize and decide what their choice of high school will be. We pray for the Bergen Catholic school community, including all the Edmund Rice brothers, the administrators, the staff, the faculty, the coaches, the students, and the families and alumni who make up and support our school. Bless our open house event along with the fellowship that we all share in, even though it is virtually this evening. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. And Blessed Edmund Rice, pray for us. Live Jesus in our hearts forever. We also welcome Mike DePasquale and Nick DePasquale, who will also offer prayers on their behalf and on behalf of the present student body.
Good evening and welcome. I am Michael DePasquale, and I am currently a sophomore at Bergen Catholic. And so what drew me to Bergen Catholic was the cocktail hour at the open house. No, but seriously, when I first came into Bergen Catholic as in your position right now, I had my mind set on St. Joe's at first. But then when I entered Bergen Catholic, I felt it was such a welcoming community, and everyone was so nice. And you were able to see the brotherhood like within the open house, and that's what Christ calls us to share within the His brotherhood and sisterhood. And we see like the mission of the Catholic Church within the Bergen Catholic community, and you were able to experience that at the open house. So in January, my father enrolled me at Bergen Catholic. And when I first came in, I remember listening to BCTV in the morning. And I said to myself, I will never do this. However, one of my friends actually, James Salazar, mentioned to me that I should do prayer for BCTV. And I was kind of nervous. However, I did prayer one day for BCTV, and now I do it every day, even virtually at home. And it's such a great experience because being able to lead the other students in prayer and Christ working through me to do so. And the brotherhood is just fantastic because people are always there for each other. Whenever I'm upset or something, someone is always there to pick me up. And the teachers and the students build such a great relationship and a great connection, and they're always there to help you. Like, for example, you can always go after school for help if you are not understanding something in a subject, and the teacher will help you. And so that's why Bergen Catholic is great, and I think it would benefit all of you. And I would like to pray for God to guide you as you choose which high school to attend, and for Him to put in your heart what is best for you. And I would like to thank you all, and I hope you all stay safe.
Greetings. My name is Nicholas D. Pasquale. I attend the Church of St. Anne's in Fair Lawn, New Jersey, like Father Sam. And I'm going to be an incoming freshman, part of the class of 2024. What drew me to Bergen Catholic was the thought that I believed that if I attend there, I was going to make many friends. And I am making friends now there. I know my brother's friends, and they're very nice to me. And I could see the Brotherhood when I walked through the doors. And that's what I thought was very important. When they started talking about many things that they offer there, I was very happy about it, because they offer many things which are fun and help you make friends. I also liked what they taught there, and it is very important, I think, for us as students to learn what they have to teach. My brother talks to me about stuff that he learns every day, and I thought, hey, I want to have that experience too. So that is why I believe that Bergen Catholic can teach us many things, and I'm very excited to go there next year. And the minute I walked through the door, I definitely did see a brotherhood and definitely a family. The teachers and the students there seem like a family. Thank you.
Once again, I want to thank Mike and Nick for sharing and praying with us this evening, and we wish you all the best as we go forward and enjoy the rest of the program.
Mr. Rosa, you're muted.
Thank you, Father Sam, Michael, and Nicholas. Welcome to our first ever virtual open house. Tonight, we will review 3 different parts of the Bergen Catholic experience. First, you'll hear from myself. You'll hear from Dr. Brian Mahoney, our president. You'll receive a little bit of the BC difference as well as a virtual tour. Once the virtual tour is commenced, we will go over a little bit of the admissions calendar. And then what we will do after that is we'll open it up for questions. On the side of the video that you're currently viewing, you'll see a tab where you can type in any of the questions. Any questions that you might have, you can type them in on there, and we will be able to see them and answer any of the questions that you might have. If you have any issues at any time, please feel free to email helpdesk@bergencatholic.org. We will have 3 members of our community who will be able to help you at any time. In order for you to get the most out of this experience, we do ask that you close out any of the windows you might have open on your desktop in order to get the full experience of the video. Good evening again. My name is Matthew Rosa, and as Director of Admissions and proud member of the class of 2008, I am honored and humbled to welcome you to our first ever virtual open house. These are unprecedented times in our world, especially in education. We are truly grateful to you and your families for taking the time to spend it with us virtually to learn who we are and what our community has to offer your sons and families. Tonight, you will be taking your first steps on a journey of discernment of what opportunities Bergen Catholic has to offer you for your high school experience. First, a tradition of excellence. For 65 years, Bergen Catholic has truly aspired to be the best comprehensive all-boys high school in New Jersey. By comprehensive, I mean a school that is successful in and offers opportunities for all students. Over the next 3 weeks, you will learn more about this comprehensive experience. success in academics, athletics, performing arts, college placement, service to others, as well as social and emotional well-being. These ingredients together make Bergen Catholic High School the blueprint for a one-of-a-kind experience. Second, Bergen Catholic High School is more than the campus at 1040 Ordell Avenue. Bergen Catholic is a family. We are dedicated to the growth and development of every student as they go along their journey as a student. In addition to the students, we take tremendous pride in being partners with our families in the education of their child. These children aren't just students. They are sons, brothers, grandsons, nephews, and more. We take great pride in our responsibility in furthering their growth and development in the classroom, which positively impacts their growth, development, and relationships with those outside the classroom. Later on during tonight's program, we will review the admissions process for the class of 2025 and even begin to talk about the journey for 7th graders beginning the research process. I welcome you again to our virtual open house, and it is my honor to introduce Dr. Brian Mahoney, President of Bergen Catholic High School.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here tonight for our virtual open house. We would like to be together in person, no doubt. However, we prepared a nice evening for you where you can take a look inside our school and find out more about the Bergen Catholic difference. I want to begin by telling you how proud I am of our teachers and students at Bergen Catholic. On March 13th, Friday, March 13th, we left school not knowing that it would be 9 weeks later and we would still be on a virtual learning platform. Our teachers have led virtual learning and online instruction every single day, and our students have answered the call. Unlike other schools, Bergen Catholic emulates a traditional school day. Our students are expected to be in dress code. We lead with a prayer. They have to be clean shaven, and their hair has to be neatly combed. They have to be sitting at a desk or a table. And instruction is done in a way where the teacher can see the student and the student interacts with the teacher and other classmates. I'm very proud of our technology at Bergen Catholic, and I'm very proud of our principal and our faculty and staff who carry out this mission and vision every day in these challenging times. I also want to tell you what makes Bergen Catholic so great. And here at Bergen Catholic, we help young men become Christian gentlemen. We talk every day about manners and etiquette, how to treat a woman, how to lead with a handshake, how to have the right manners and etiquette throughout your life and what will make you a better person, a pillar in your community, one who can give back and make a difference. Our motto is lead on. We develop leaders, all different shapes and sizes, because we all know the world needs more Crusaders. I'm also very proud of our academics. Our academics offer different pathways with not only the core subjects, but also with business, mathematics, and STEM programs, robotics and engineering, just to name a few. In addition to that, we offer 32 dual enrollment courses. This is an opportunity for students to earn college level credit while they're in high school, both through the advanced placement program and also our partnership with universities that are both near and along the Eastern Coast. In addition to that, though, I have to also tell you that the Crusader College counseling experience truly goes unmatched. It's an experience that starts in grade 9 with families partnering with the school, ensuring that your sons are on the right pathway to the best college placements in the highest possible merit-based scholarships available to them. The proof is in the pudding, as they say, with our senior class being offered over $31.5 million in merit-based scholarship. That's academic scholarship money, non-athletic. In addition to that, multiple acceptances at Ivy League schools, top tier 1 schools. But the core of the Crusader College counseling experience is to make sure that the match is there and that our students are getting into the 4-year college that's the best fit for them. And we're very happy with that and very satisfied with that. In addition to that, we offer a variety of different clubs, sports, and activities, music and theater and art. And there really and truly is a club for everyone at Bergen Catholic. And if the club doesn't exist, students go ahead and start the club and bring it to my attention, the attention of our principal, and together we find the funding to help make that club a reality. In addition to that also, we have wonderful facilities at our school, which include our library, our classrooms, a new athletic field, as well as the beginning of our campus revitalization program. And on this campus tour, you'll see and hear all of that. But for me, as you know, it's a 12,000 plus alumni that are out there every single day helping our current high school students succeed. How, you might ask? By networking them and helping them find internships that can lead to jobs and career opportunities when they leave Bergen Catholic. So the Bergen Catholic difference and the experience certainly goes unmatched. I'm sorry you can't be there today to see it face to face. I hope we do get to be there in person and celebrate all that Bergen Catholic has to offer for you and your families. So thank you. I'll turn this over to Matt, and God bless you, God bless your families, and God bless Bergen Catholic.
Thank you, Dr. Mahoney. Again, just before we begin our video and our tour, just please remember to close all windows so that it makes it easier for the video to play for you. This entire event will be available for replay on our YouTube page. And there is the chat interaction as well, where you can put some of your questions that we can answer for you after the tour. Thank you, and enjoy our presentation.
My name is Ryan Kitts.
My name's J. Yoon.
I'm Jacob Cardenas.
I'm Chris Foca.
My name's Jordy Diaz.
I'm Liam O'Byrne.
My name is Alex Cho.
Bergen Catholic prepared me for college in every way, shape, and form.
Bergen's always pushed me to strive for my goals, and I can't thank the entire community anymore for what they've given me.
All the teachers I've had have pushed us to work extra hard,
They provided all the help. They came after school anytime.
and I think it's paid off for everyone now.
I think they also helped me establish a great work ethic that I'm able to transfer into my college life.
Never waste a second to get involved in an activity or club or whatever you want to even try out. Even if you're not sure if you want to do it, try it out. It's going to go a long way to teach you a lot about yourself.
Don't shy away from opportunity. Bergen here has a lot of opportunity.
The endless opportunities you're able to do outside of the classroom, including activities, clubs, you can get so involved in it that Bergen Catholic itself becomes your home and the people around you become your family.
School here welcomed me with open arms. The kids here are all so welcoming.
I felt very, very welcomed here.
Bergen has become my family over the 4 years.
It's the brotherhood, it's the bond.
They talk a lot about the Brotherhood. That's a term thrown around by every single student here and everybody who knows anything about Bergen Catholic. You're going to hear it all the time.
It's a brotherhood. You won't find that anywhere else.
It's like a brotherhood.
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 These are your brothers for life.
The brotherhood is absolutely mind-boggling sometimes.
The hardest time of my life. My best friends became my family, and strangers became my best friends. And when my child was sick, the Bergen Catholic community carried me. I don't know if I could have done it without them.
It's been the greatest 4 years of my life so far.
Best 4 years of my life.
It was the best decision of my life.
Everything from the countless memories that I've made here at Bergen Catholic to the friends and connections that I've made.
It's just something I'm truly blessed to be a part of.
It's been a blessing to be a Crusader.
Hello, and welcome to Bergen Catholic. My name is Matt Rosa, Director of Admissions and member of the class of 2008, and it is my honor to give you a small glimpse of what our students, our faculty, our parents, as well as the 12,000 alumni call home. Over the next few minutes, you'll have the opportunity to get a glimpse of what we have at Bergen Catholic and what makes Bergen Catholic so great. This glimpse will give you an opportunity to learn just a little bit and to give you an opportunity to start asking those questions about what makes Bergen Catholic's difference so different from everybody else as you begin the journey to choose the high school of your choice for your sons over the next couple of months. I look forward to going on this tour with you, and have a great day. So our first stop on today's virtual tour is our Bergen Catholic Library, the Brother Edmund Rice Library. The Brother Edmund Rice Library is where a lot of our students will participate in online learning. So a lot of our students participate in virtual high school and Regis here. We'll have larger group gatherings in our library attached to our courtyard, as well as other opportunities for students to have some sort of a relaxed learning atmosphere. It gives our students an opportunity to be in here before school and after school until about 5 p.m., where students will have the opportunity to meet with teachers, get some work done in groups, as well as record anything that they might have to do that they can't do in the typical classroom environment. We view our library as not just a learning space, but an opportunity for our students to express themselves in a more relaxed atmosphere. The room that we're in now is our BCTV studio. Our BCTV program is completely student run. We do have our faculty moderator who is our director of technology. But the BCTV program is not just for our daily announcements and our daily morning prayer. but it has also evolved into a completely student-run color commentary and announcement program for all of our athletic programs on campus, as well as live streaming of all of our events that take place on campus, not just athletic-based, but academic-based, faith-based, and any events that we do have on campus, such as programs run with other schools, plays, music opportunities for students in our performing arts programs, assemblies, and any other live events that we have on campus are live streamed through BCTV. When you come to visit Bergen Catholic, two of the offices that are adjacent to our library is my office and the admissions office, but another very vital office to what we do here at Bergen Catholic and the Bergen Catholic experience, and that's our Crusader College Counseling Department, run by Miss Beth Walter. Our Crusader College Counseling experience is a 4-year immersive experience where the students start to figure out the college process in 9th grade. They will receive a college counselor in 9th grade, and they will work through the college counseling experience for their entire 4 years here. Some of the things that are done are roundtable discussions, panels with college representatives from all over the country, as well as college visits, on-campus interviews, mock interviews, resume building, summer boot camps, writing boot camps with schools such as Duke University, as well as opportunities for growth with regards to your college experience. To learn more about our college counseling experience, you will hear more from Ms. Beth Walter in the near future. So our next stop, as you can see on our 2 models next to me, is our Robotics Lab. We at Bergen Catholic take great pride in the work that our students do in our STEM program. Our freshman year, they'll take mechanical engineering. Sophomore year, they'll take civil engineering. Junior year, they'll take a level of coding. And then senior year, they'll have an opportunity to take robotics, computer-aided design, as well as junior and senior year, the opportunity to participate in 2 different types of AP courses. AP Computer Science A, their junior year, and AP Computer Science Principles, which works with Java and other opportunities for coding and HTML their senior year. We are now in the Student Success Center at Bergen Catholic. Our Student Success Center is our office and department for students who are in need of learning accommodations at Bergen Catholic. So any student that has an IEP, 504, or specialized learning plan can come to Bergen Catholic and participate in what we have as our Student Success Center. In our Student Success Center, we have 2 full-time faculty members, as well as our Director of the Learning Center and Guidance, and members of Bergen County Special Services who come in and help our students in order to get the most out of their Bergen Catholic education. Bergen Catholic truly prides itself on its Catholic roots through 60 years of education through the Edmund Rice Christian Brothers. Here we are in the Brothers Chapel of Bergen Catholic. Bergen Catholic as a Catholic high school has an immersive 4-year experience for students to have the opportunities to deepen their faith. We at Bergen Catholic believe that we are in the business to develop students' mind, body, and spirit. One of those being developing the faith of the student, no matter what that faith may be. We are an inclusive Catholic high school where we have students of all different faiths and backgrounds from all over. But what we do try to instill in our students is the essential elements of an Edmund Rice Christian Brother education at Bergen Catholic. Through 4 years of religious studies courses, retreats, immersion programs to programs like Peru, Brownsville, Texas, and West Virginia, as well as a service program run through our activities, our athletic programs, and the requirements of a student at Bergen Catholic, we deepen our religious faith every day at Bergen Catholic High School. Here at Bergen Catholic, we take great pride in the use of technology and the education that we offer our students here at Bergen Catholic. We offered our students a full-on Apple experience where all of our students will have Apple devices in their 4 years here. And what we do here in the room that I'm standing in now is our Tech Support Center. Our Tech Support Center is open to all of our students and our faculty who might have any issues or needs with regards to the devices that they're using. All of our students' books are e-textbooks. So if they have any issues with any uploads or downloads from their textbooks or any issues with any software or hardware on their devices, our tech office is here to help. They will diagnose the laptops themselves, and if there's anything that they specifically can't do, they will then help the students book an appointment at an Apple store in the area, have an email sent to them and their parents so that they know what specific time they need to go and who they're going to be meeting with. So here at Bergen Catholic, technology is the future, and we greatly appreciate the opportunity to grow with Apple through all of our needs as an education. Here we are in Crusader Cafe. This is where our students have the opportunity to take a break from the day and have lunch with their friends and really see the Bergen Catholic Brotherhood at its finest. Here at Bergen Catholic, we're lucky to have Jerry Morano and his wife, as well as other staff members who really are influential in the Bergen Catholic experience and the Bergen Catholic family. They have been here for over 30 years at Bergen Catholic, working in food services and feeding lunch to our boys every day. Our next stop on our tour is the Hale Gymnasium at Bergen Catholic. The Hale Gymnasium is home to many of our events on campus, including masses, assemblies, and opportunities for sports in our championship athletic programs. We are very proud of our championship pedigree at Bergen Catholic and our 17 interscholastic athletic programs, starting in the fall with football, soccer, and cross country. In addition to our 17 athletic programs that our students have an opportunity to participate in, we also have the Brother Beyer Intramural program, which takes place on Tuesdays and Thursdays and gives our students an opportunity to participate in a fun atmosphere where it's not always about winning and losing, but it's about the opportunity to participate in sports with your friends. This part of our tour is a very special part. This is our brand new athletic field, the Jack Mcgovern Field at Crusader Stadium. This field was recently completed this past spring, and we are honored to have a brand new field with state-of-the-art technology done by Field Turf that is phase one of our campus revitalization plan down on this part of our campus. The revitalization plan will not only cover this part of the field, but will also cover specific parts of this part of campus and new renovations inside of our building. The future is very bright at Bergen Catholic, and we can't wait for you to be a part of that experience. The most important part of the Bergen Catholic experience is the Bergen Catholic Brotherhood. The Brotherhood at Bergen Catholic is truly unmatched, with 12,000 plus brothers all over the world who are here to support the Crusaders of now and the Crusaders of the future. We hope that you've enjoyed just a small glimpse of the Bergen Catholic experience. We hope that you've enjoyed this virtual open house and that this is the beginning of a long journey through the admissions process with us at Bergen Catholic. Again, my name is Matt Rosa, the Director of Admissions at Bergen Catholic, and if you have any questions throughout the entire admissions process, please feel free to reach out. We hope that you've enjoyed your experience, and we hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day.
Okay, so now our next steps before we go into question and answers is we're going to go over the information sessions that we will now be offering, important summer dates, and then the admissions dates for the fall. So first, we're going to talk a little bit about our Crusader Coffee series. So our Crusader Coffee series is going to start next Tuesday, May 27th, and will end on June 11th. We will offer 9 Crusader Coffee series, so there'll be information sessions on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of those weeks. So they'll be from 7 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., and there'll be an opportunity for an intimate presentation and Q&A with important departments at Bergen Catholic. So starting on Tuesday, May 26th, we will have our program for the Performing Arts. That will be run by Mrs. Barbara Pereno, who is the director of the Performing Arts Department, as well as Mr. Ryan Kitts, a member of the class of 2019, who is currently at Boston College and was an influential member of the Bergen Catholic Vocal Ensemble and was a member of our Bergen Catholic Drama program for his junior and senior year. On Wednesday, May 27th, we will have a Crusader Coffee series with Mrs. Beth Walter. She's our director of college counseling. She will review the Crusader college counseling experience at Bergen Catholic, what takes place freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior year, how to get more involved in that process, and answer any questions you might have about that specific program at Bergen Catholic High School. On Thursday, May 28th, we will have our Crusader Coffee series with Mrs. Whitney Niles, who's one of our school counselors. She will discuss the role of the guidance counselor at Bergen Catholic and what specifically they will help you with along your journey at Bergen Catholic, whether it's the social and emotional aspect as well as the academic aspect. The following week, on Tuesday, June 2nd, we will have Mr. Jorge Mascaro, class of 1984, and Mr. Michael Russoretto, class of 2011, who are also members of our STEM department, and they will talk about the academic experience at Bergen Catholic. So they'll talk a little bit about what they do in the classroom, how virtual learning has affected what we've done so far with regards to remote learning, and answer any questions you might have from the teacher perspective with regards to the academics of the school. On Wednesday, June 3rd, we will have Mr. Tim McElhenney, our principal, who will talk about the Bergen Catholic experience. So in addition to covering the curriculum, he'll also talk about activities, sports that we have, and the overall Bergen Catholic experience for the students and the families. He is one of the most respected members of the administration in regards to the Archdiocese of Newark schools. He's had a tenure at Bergen Catholic of 14 years, and he really has been a part of the Bergen Catholic experience for almost a decade and a half. So he really will be able to give unbelievable insight into what we offer at Bergen Catholic. On Thursday, June 4th, we will have 4 members of our Parents Association who will talk about the parent experience at Bergen Catholic and what they specifically have experienced as parents and how to get involved. I know a lot of people have questions about how they can get involved with regards to being parents. I know it is a school and the kids participate in it, but when we say Bergen Catholic is a family, we truly mean that. And our parents play a huge role in that experience. So on Thursday, June 4th, 4 members of our Parents Association will discuss the parent experience. The last week, we'll have 3 more presentations. So on Tuesday, June 9th, we will have our presentation on athletics. So Mr. Joseph Hammerly, class of 1986, and Mr. Brendan Mcgovern, class of 2010, will discuss the athletic experience at Bergen Catholic. They are our associate athletic directors. So they'll go over fall sports, spring sports, winter sports, signing up for those sports, what practices are like, and they'll be able to answer any questions you might have regarding the athletic experience at Bergen Catholic. On Wednesday, June 10th, Dr. Brian Mahoney, our president, will run his own Crusader Coffee series, and he will go over the Bergen Catholic difference and the future of Bergen Catholic. We showed you our field, and he talked a little bit about that revitalization project. One of the things that we will be doing over the summer is a new biology lab. So he will be able to go over all of the new and exciting things that we'll be offering at Bergen Catholic in the coming future that could potentially affect your sons. Finally, on June 11th will be myself and Mr. Bill Leonard, class of 2010, our Director of Outreach. This will be a more intimate opportunity to review the admissions process for Bergen Catholic and what are the important dates, what we require for the application, and any questions you might have more specific to the admissions portion of the Bergen Catholic experience. That would take place on June 11th. We've broken them up into 9 dates, so you have the opportunity to pick and choose which dates you feel most comfortable attending. All of this information will be found on our website as well. So if you go on to the Bergen Catholic Virtual Open House landing page, which you were sent earlier before, all of the information to RSVP for these events can be found on there as well. Now a little bit about our important dates. So in the summer, we have 2 specific programs that we're offering. First, we have the BC Lead On program. This takes place from Monday, July 13th to Thursday, July 30th from 8 a.m. to noon. We are looking into a virtual option as well. So we will be talking to some of the teachers of this program, and registration for this can be found on the Bergen Catholic website under the admissions tab. Some of the programs that are being run are journalism and media, forensic science, stock market and entrepreneurship, robotics and STEM, studio art, and performing arts and drama. So there are 6 different opportunities that the students will have the opportunity to participate in, and it's a 3-week program, and it's open to rising 7th and 8th graders. On Wednesday, August 26th, we will have our prospective student summer reception. So this is for all students that are going into 7th and 8th grade. It really is the opportunity for us to welcome you into the new school year and to celebrate all that is going to be happening for you in the coming school year, both academically, socially, as you begin your journey into school. Some of the important dates that we have coming up in the fall. So we have our fall open houses on Sunday, September 20th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. We have our second open house on Tuesday, October 27th from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. There'll be select days in September through February to participate in our Crusader for a Day program. I do believe that the most important part of the admissions process is Crusader for a Day, or any shadow day opportunity that you will have the opportunity to participate in, because it really does give your sons the opportunity to see if Bergen Catholic or any other school is the right fit for them. So those will take place in select days throughout September through February, and you can find those on our calendar on our website. We are offering an Hspt prep course. We offer 3 different sessions in the fall. So session 1 is every Thursday, from September 17th, September 24th, October 1st and October 8th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Session 2 will be Wednesdays, 10:14, 10:21, 10:28, and 11:04 from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then a weekend session that'll be held Saturdays, September 19th, October 3rd, the 17th, and the 24th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. They are the same courses, so they'll cover the exact same material. They're taught by the same teachers. We just want to give more options for families to sign up. We didn't want to just have one session, and if that session doesn't work, we wanted to be accommodating to families. The Hspt exam is on November 6th. That's a Friday from 8 a.m. to noon. Registration for that opens September 4th. That information can be found on our website, and all partnering Catholic high schools do participate in this exam. So you can register for that on Friday. It's Friday, November 6th, and registration opens September 4th. Saturday, November 14th is the makeup date for that exam. So if you can't make November 6th, you can register for the November 14th exam from 8 a.m. to noon, and that takes place at Paramus Catholic High School. The application deadline for Bergen Catholic is Friday, December 4th. So all of the materials for the application are due on December 4th. That information being the online application, his 6th, 7th, and 8th grade transcripts, as well as the co-op scores would have to be taken at that point on one of those November dates. And then the financial aid application is also due that date as well. So both the application for admission and the application for financial assistance are both due Friday, December 4th. And before any acceptance or admissions decisions are done, we have our BC experience on Wednesday, January 6th, 2021 from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. This is an opportunity for students to participate in master classes. And while the students are off participating in master classes, parents have a presentation where they hear a little bit more of the Bergen Catholic experience from other members of the community, as well as parents and alumni parents to talk about what they specifically went through in the process. And the last thing you'll see before we go into questions and answers is our virtual open house landing page. So if you received my email this afternoon, which gave you the link to this, you also saw the link for our virtual open house landing page. One of the things you would receive at an open house if you were on campus is a folder and a welcome packet that includes a lot of information that really we like our families to have to digest the overall Bergen Catholic experience. All of that information is now posted PDF format on our virtual open house page. So our brochure, our school profile, college placement information, Crusader College counseling experience, all of the information you would necessarily need to kind of digest what Bergen Catholic has to offer, you can find on that virtual open house page. You'll also find on that page all of those dates and the RSVP form for the Crusader Coffee series. So those 9 information sessions that we have. So now, before we open it up to questions, I now want to hand it back over to Dr. Mahoney, see if he has anything he'd like to add before we open it to questions and answers.
Mr. Rosa, thank you very much for covering all those topics. As I said earlier, this is a very challenging time, and our teachers have been responding to this for many, many years, even before this pandemic. So all of our teachers have been taking online courses to be certified in online instruction 4, 5, 6 years ago. The snow days and sick days don't really happen at Bergen Catholic. We've been doing online learning and feel very comfortable doing so. And I really commend our teachers for that. And I want to turn this back over to Mr. Rosa now, who's going to lead us with some questions and answers. And then we'll close the night out. When time permits and when we're allowed to, we'd love to welcome you back to campus and truly underscore how we help young men become Christian gentlemen and help them on the pathway to great academics and also a very bright future ahead. So again, thank you for your time tonight. Mr. Rosa, back to you.
Thank you, Dr. Mahoney. So now we open it up to any questions that you might have. We will take a couple of questions. Some common questions that we do get are about the admissions process. So questions of what do you specifically look for in terms of scholarships? How do we apply for financial aid and what is needed for financial aid? So any questions that you might have, please feel free to submit those now and we'll be happy to help you in any way that we can.
So while we're thinking of some questions and some answers, one thing we didn't cover tonight that jumped in my mind was the fact that we have this wonderful food service program, and these two people, and Jerry and Lori, who've led our program for a number of years, over 25 years. And parents always ask, how is the food at Bergen Catholic? And the food is very healthy, very nutritious. And we have offerings in salads and different kind of grilled foods and grilled vegetables as well. So it's a good fit on a lot of different levels.
So to go over a little bit of the topics that I just covered in terms of the scholarship information as well as the financial aid. So financial aid, we use a company called TADS. And what we need for TADS is all of the information to be submitted through our TADS portal. So the online application, tax returns, any of the information that they require can all be submitted through TADS. So it's a streamlined process. It's all done online. It's run by a third-party firm that kind of helps with it. They have accountants on staff that kind of help us gauge it. So it really is very streamlined. It's extremely secure. The guidelines for a scholarship are 80th percentile and higher on the co-op are considered for an academic scholarship. And then we do recommend, it is recommended, we do not require it, but we do recommend first choice on the co-op. And the reason we say that is because we want to help the students that are truly considering Bergen Catholic. We want to reward them for their academics and make sure that it is financially available for them to have the opportunity to attend. Some of the sports that we offer. So we have 17 different programs that we offer. So we start in the fall with football, soccer, and cross country. In the spring, in the winter, we have basketball, bowling, wrestling, swimming, hockey, skiing, and indoor track. And then for the spring, we have baseball, outdoor track, crew, golf, tennis, lacrosse, and volleyball. So those are all of our spring sports. Some non-athletic opportunities we have. So our performing arts programs, which are our vocal ensemble, our chamber ensemble, our orchestra, and our jazz ensemble. We also have our county champion mock trial team, which is very similar to a debate team, but it's a court-like setting. So our students have the opportunity to be witnesses, lawyers, jurors, and that all takes place at the Bergen County. That takes place at the Bergen County Courthouse. So we are the most recent county champions there, and they take great pride in that. They practice 5 days a week. They're in during breaks sometimes. They really do put in a lot of work. So those are some of the programs that we offer. We also have on Tuesdays and Thursdays our activity period. And the way that will work is Tuesdays and Thursdays, you sign up for activities, and from 1:30 to 2 p.m., you have the opportunity to participate in an activity. It's an extension of the school day. We have such things as Architecture Club, Crusaders Against Cancer, Crusaders for Christian Action, the Green Club or Environmental Club. We have a lot of different things that we offer in terms of academic and social activities for our students to participate in on Tuesday and Thursday. Let me go one at a time through here. Is there an open house if you were transferring in as a freshman? So what we kind of do for freshmen, especially if they're transferring in, that's a great question. One of the things that we want to be able to do is we want to be able to have as good of an onboarding transition as we can. So if they're transferring in the fall, what we will do is we will have them come in on a day of their own where they'll get a tour of the building, they'll find out where their locker is, they'll kind of meet in the library to go over the Bergen Catholic experience as a transfer student. And we'll also find a student that will kind of be like a pair for them or a buddy through a buddy system. We'll kind of, if they have a friend that's currently there, if not, we'll find someone that has similar interests, similar to a Crusader for a Day experience. and that'll kind of be their go-to in terms of their experience as an onboarding experience for transfer students. So we do not have a freshman wrestling team, but we have a JV and a varsity. So freshmen can participate in both. Our wrestling coach has been at Bergen Catholic for about 25 years now. He's probably one of the most, if not the most respected wrestling coach in the country. And he does a lot with kids that come in that might not be the standout wrestler, where they'll have opportunities to wrestle. They'll do wrestle-offs. They'll have JV tournaments that a lot of our freshmen participate in. So that's mainly a freshman and sophomore team. So there isn't a freshman-specific wrestling team, but we do have our JV team, which is a majority freshman. Visual and fine arts. So visual arts is a requirement freshman and sophomore year. So they will take that as a partnered class with their robotics or mechanical and civil engineering principles class. So they'll take that for 2 marking periods. Some of the work that our kids have done, and what I will also do is I will send an email after this with some of the emails that our art teacher has sent us of what the kids have been doing in their time at home. And some of the work that they've done has been absolutely incredible. Junior and senior year, you have the opportunity to take AP art, which is a more advanced art class for students who really do enjoy that art experience. And they have that opportunity junior and senior year. In addition, senior year, they will take, as part of their computer science curriculum, is multimedia. And that is more of a design course using, I believe in the past, we used programs like Photoshop and other Adobe type of programs. I believe we're using something different now, but that is what that class is all about. And then we also have, for seniors, computer-aided design. So that's if you're interested in designing specific, like engineering, doing blueprints and stuff like that, that goes along with that visual and fine arts. So my thoughts on the fall and potential uncertainty, I do know that we've done a lot of work into that. I will let Dr. Mahoney kind of discuss that one a little bit. But to be honest, I think the best one to get feedback on would be that time in June with Mr. McElhenney, our principal.
Thank you, Mr. Rosa. Allison, that's a great question. There's a lot of uncertainty out there right now. We're following what colleges are doing at the college and university level to see what they're doing about their fall programs. We are working on 3 different scenarios that we will have in place, with number 1 being the most important to us, a full traditional in-person educational program that we'll be offering in the fall. The good news about Bergen Catholic is we're leading the way with online learning when compared to our local public schools and some non-public schools. And we've been doing this for a long time, and we feel very comfortable providing this kind of education if we need to move forward. I mentioned earlier about the academic day. Our day is Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. with classes and a 30-minute break for lunch. That's our online learning day. We lead with a prayer, students are in dress code, and we interact throughout the entire day, teaching and learning. And thankfully, it's gone uninterrupted. We don't want this to be long-term, but if it is for at least a hybrid model, we're preparing for a lot of different scenarios. As Mr. Rosa said, I think we'll have more information for you in the beginning of June, certainly by the end of June, when things become a little bit more clear from both the governor and the archdiocese.
So in terms of, I see a question here from Mr. Daly. Now that the field is done, when will the other phases start? Performing Arts Center, stuff like that. Dr. Mahoney, would you be able to go a little bit into that?
Sure. It's a great question. So the field's been completed in the springtime, as indicated in the video. We're now moving inside the building, and we're renovating different laboratories as well as common space. And we're following our strategic plan on how we can really create a 21st century learning environment inside the building. The reason why the field was done first is not because we put sports ahead of academics, is because the field actually has a lifespan of it. And the field actually extended its life, or was extending its lifespan nearing the end there. We need to replace the field. Having done so, we're now committed to academics and art space, as mentioned in your question here, and performing arts center, or at least some performing arts space on campus is certainly part of our strategic plan. And we can look for that as early as this summer, and then continuing throughout the following school year and next summer as well.
So 2 more questions specifically about the idea of social distancing. I believe you covered that. Fall sports, and if contact sports aren't allowed. So the National Federation for High School Athletics released yesterday a 60-page document that kind of goes a little bit into how schools are to handle this. And I know I have been in contact with our associate athletic directors. So that meeting on June 9th with Mr. Mcgovern and Mr. Hammerly would be very advantageous for you, because they'll go over specifically what they've heard from the NJSIAA regarding contact sports. I know specifically for football is probably the biggest one in terms of that contact, but in the fall anyway, soccer does have some, but football definitely, wrestling and basketball, I know going up for rebounds and going for the boards and fouls and everything else, there is physical contact there. Wrestling, we know, hockey as well. So I know that they go there, they have kind of put in place what the guidelines for those are going to be. So that June 9th meeting with our associate athletic directors, they'd be able to give you more information about that. Alumni involvement.
Yeah.
Provide examples for that.
Yeah, Mr. Rose, I'm happy to take a few of these questions. You've been doing a great job answering them. Regarding alumni involvement as specific examples, we have a Crusaders for Careers that we offer at the school, where we have our alumni who are in hiring manager positions come into school and work with students who graduated from BC and are currently in college looking to enter the workforce. So that's a networking opportunity that we offer within our alumni association. In addition to that, we have different networks based on industries. So for example, we have a lawyer networking group and other networking groups as well that are going to be very helpful and advantageous. Again, as I mentioned in my remarks, it begins with an internship opportunity while the students are in high school, and hopefully continue throughout their college years with another internship opportunity, and then be in a position to hire these Crusaders who are well prepared to join the workforce. But thank you for the question. Next up is a question to Evan. Al, if you want to put that one on there, thank you. Would you please speak further on the college placement results? More directly, are BC students getting into better schools than public school kids? I have to say yes to that question wholeheartedly. And to give you an example, you can measure our success with multiple acceptances. And these are not just athletes. These are high-powered academic students who are getting into Boston College. So for example, when 10 students from our senior class of 161 students get accepted to Boston College, that tells you something. Others include Notre Dame and other schools that are in Ivy League and top tier 1 schools. The reason why I underscore this, so we really began this with our Crusader College Counseling experience. And that information can be found on our virtual learning page as well as our homepage, where you can go in there, Evan, and you can see all that information unfolding on there and why we think that we do it the best and why we think we do it better than our public school counterparts. We're very proud of what we do and the way we do it and the opportunities that we offer. So thank you for the question. The next question, my local high school doesn't seem to love parental involvement. Are there ways for parents to get involved? Absolutely. And as Mr. Rosa said, I think it's in early June, we have a discussion with our Parents Association. And in that discussion, you're going to meet 4 wonderful ladies who represent the Bergen Catholic Parents Association. We have a Bergen Catholic Parent and Guardian Facebook page. On campus, there are a lot of different ways to get involved and support the teaching and learning process. They include not only the holiday celebrations, but also how we welcome families into our community. Whether you're new to Bergen Catholic, transferring into Bergen Catholic, and certainly as you continue to be part of our community. So thank you. Let's see, what's the next question here? What incentives can you offer to incoming freshmen if the state is continuing to virtual learn? This is a great question, Allison, and I'm a father of 3, and my children all go to the local public school. They're too young to go to a school like Bergen Catholic. And I'll only tell you based on their experience that a lot of it is being assigned by teachers, and the student then has to teach it to him or herself and then submit some kind of document or assessment that explains that they did it, whether they're watching a video, taking a Quizlet, whatever that might be. At Bergen Catholic, it is literally an interaction with the teacher who is teaching a group of students in one class who are learning and interacting with the teacher and the student. Furthermore from that, Matt mentioned earlier about our technology platform. So all of our textbooks are on iPads. And then the MacBook is used for word processing, taking exams, and so is the iPad. And we use a program called ExamSoft and also another program called Turnitin. So we've been paperless for years. And so when this pandemic hit, we were prepared. And a lot of our parents have given us a lot of credit for being able to flip the switch on it. Bergen Magazine heard about it and did a recent article about what we're doing at Bergen Catholic. And we're very proud of that. I'm going to turn it back over to Matt now for our next question, which is, what is the admissions process for transfer students?
So that's a great question. As a matter of fact, I'm currently reviewing that application as we speak. However, it's kind of a little difficult with the situation we're in now because the admissions committee that kind of reviews the applications, it's kind of piecemeal. We try to schedule time to do it, but the admissions process for a transfer student is submitting their most recent transcripts from their school, mainly because we know they can handle the high school course load, but we want to make sure the classes transfer over. So for example, and Mr. McElhenney will go a little bit more in depth in this in his presentation in June, but we require 3 years of a lab science, starting with biology freshman year, chemistry sophomore year, physics junior year. Some of the public school systems don't necessarily do that. They'll start with like an environmental science freshman year, and then they'll do biology sophomore, chemistry junior, and physics senior, or they don't require it. So we want to make sure that A, it's a seamless transition, but B, we make it clear to the families that if they are going to transfer, they are still required to take biology, chemistry, and physics. So if they have not taken it yet and they're a sophomore, they'll have to take biology with a freshman class, chemistry when they're a junior, and physics as a senior. So that's just one of the examples. Math is the other big one, what specific math track they're going to be on. So that's really, so what we require in terms of transfer students are the most recent transcripts of the student and then the online application. In the spring, we're kind of still trying to work through doing digitally acceptances for transfer students because it's a little tough, especially with updated transcripts from some of the public schools. So we're kind of working with them directly, not so much some of the families, because we know that it's kind of difficult on both ends. But you yourself should be hearing something soon. But we're kind of plugging along with those. But I would say within the next week or so, things will be going a lot smoother, especially with seniors now kind of finishing up.
The next question on here is, do you offer a freshman soccer and lacrosse teams? The answer is yes. And just a tip to parents on this. I have an 8th grader who's going to be joining Bergen Catholic next year and is counting the days and wearing Crusader red every day of his life so far. But I'll tell you this, is that if you have an opportunity to join some kind of program in the summer and the early fall, it's a great way to meet a lot of friends and to really get that jump start happening before you enter Bergen Catholic. So to answer your question, Anna, we do offer a freshman soccer team and also in the springtime, freshman lacrosse teams.
The next question is BCTV an academic program or more of an after-school club? So right now, I'm actually going to put another member of our panel on the spot here. So our director of technology, Mr. Al Spiegel, who's on this right now, who's kind of been quarterbacking and coordinating all of the technology here, he's actually our moderator of the BCTV program. So he'll be able to talk specifically about how that works in terms of the program at Bergen.
Thank you, Mr. Rosa. Yeah, I'm a real person. Yeah, BCTV is a great thing. It's we do the morning news and announcements. We start every day with a prayer. We do the Pledge of Allegiance. We pray for Edmund Rice, who's the founder of the Christian Brothers. And then we do some announcements of the day, things that are going on. I have to say that I work with really smart kids. You know, I often say I'm the adult in the room. They will plan stuff. What are we going to do? I kind of walk in a couple minutes before, like, oh, we got everything under control. Now we're producing our show virtually. So we make sure that prayer is offered every morning. You saw Mike DePasquale, who is who's in the video, on the prayer video. He writes the prayers. I don't even have to think about. He'll tell me who the saint of the day is. He said to me at the start of the year, Mr. Spiegel, I want to write my own prayers. And I said, great, let's do it. So anybody can join BCTV. You can know a lot, you can know nothing. It's just, everybody gets a job. and it's definitely a great, a great organization. I love being a part of.
Thank you, Al. Do you take ISEE scores as well? My son is in school in New York City, and they are doing prep for the ISEE. We do take other scores. So if you're located in New York City, so ISEE, tax exam, those are some SSAT. So some of those exams are taken. The one that we will require, and this is kind of important, is Regis High School takes the HSPT. They will not give any other school other than St. Peter's Prep the scores. So if you're not applying to St. Peter's Prep and you're only applying to Regis and then you're applying to other schools in the Newark Archdiocese, you will have to take the HSPT twice because we do need those scores, because those scores go towards scholarship opportunities and preliminary course placement. Other than that, we do take other specific standardized test scores. We know that it's a lot on the kids, especially in 8th grade, so we don't want them to have to take too many standardized tests. So if they are taking that around the same time, we will take those as well.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Rosa. Dolores has her next question here. And it's what other improvements are planned for the campus building and what are the timelines for those improvements? It's a great question. We're going to be going inside the building this summer and renovating a biology lab. And that's going to be completed before the start of the school year. And we're very excited about that. We're already in the queue and we have all of those contractors ready to go, hoping that they can get in the building and renovate our biology lab. We do have a commitment to make other improvements, both social space for our students, as well as further enhance the teaching and learning laboratories and rooms that are on our campus. So the best thing to do is come visit us. And I'd be happy to take you, walk around and point some things out to you that we're going to be changing based on our strategic plan. And as we keep moving forward to have a 21st century learning environment.
Okay, so Jacqueline asks, my son's school does not prep until late in the fall/winter months. Will HSPT courses you offer prepare him for the exam in November? Yes. Reason I say that is because A, they're so close to the exam, especially that weekend and that session 2. They kind of go up until a week before the test. The 2 teachers that teach it are actually the chairs of our English and math departments. So they have a lot of experience teaching the courses, and they tutor a lot of kids one-off in terms of standardized tests, more specifically the HSPT. So they do an unbelievable job working with that. We've done it in the fall now, 2 years in a row. And the overall number of students we've had participate in this has been incredible. And a lot of them have done very well on the test. We've seen a lot of kids because really it's not just going over specifically the test, but it's going how to specifically take the test, how to come in, how to be prepared, what to specifically look for. They'll do mock exams in terms of sections. And then also about a week before, they'll give me material to send to all of the families who've registered beforehand so that they can review it throughout the week leading up to the test. Next question. This is a really good question. If you do not originally get a scholarship as an incoming freshman, will there be an opportunity to get ones from sophomore year? There are opportunities to get scholarships when you're not given one in as a freshman. However, it is very difficult. The way you would receive a scholarship if you have not already received one is if you are top 10 in the class, not top 10%. So top 10 in the class and already do not have a scholarship. So it is a little difficult. There are a couple of hurdles to go over, but it is not uncommon. We have had it happen in the past. One thing to keep in mind, though, we do not offer scholarships to transfer students. In order to receive a scholarship, it would need to be as an incoming freshman. With textbooks now on the PC, do local school districts offer money for the purchase of laptops if the school district offers them in the local high school? The best person to answer that question would be Mr. McElhenney, our principal, because he kind of works a lot with the public school districts, how that funding works. So unfortunately, I don't have that answer for you. He does a lot of work with the public school districts. So the best thing would be to reach out to him. What we can do is, and I can definitely do it for you, if that date doesn't work, I can ask him specifically and I can email you offline that information.
Yep. And the next question is, sports are such a big part of BC's reputation. Can you tell me more about how BC distinguishes itself academically? It's a great question. We are not a sports school. Where's the proof in that? Very simply, take a look at our faculty who have been with us for over 20, 25, 30 years in teaching science and teaching math and English, and are truly committed to the academic journey of our students. Also, take a look at the merit-based scholarships that we're offering and the new programs that are complementing the existing programs. And with the AP classes, which are 18 AP classes, and what did we do? We went out and we partnered with universities, and now we offer 14 classes in dual enrollment. So you're taking a class at either Iona College, Seton Hall University, the University of Delaware, and you're getting college credit while you're in high school beyond what AP can offer you. The other thing is that local public schools and some local private schools, the graduation requirement per credit is somewhere around 120. At Bergen Catholic, it's 140 credits to graduate. 140 credits to graduate, and you take math all 4 years. And it really is a very high-powered academic program. So thank you for the question. That probably dovetails into the next one, which is why would my son choose BC over Bergen Academies or Regis? Couple things. First of all, being an academic school and also offering an athletic, strong athletic programs, it's like a mini college at 1040 Ordell Avenue. When you come on there, you get this brotherhood, you get the spirit, you get the camaraderie, and you attend these games as a non-athlete, and you're part of that fabric. You're really part of that fabric. And I don't think those other two schools can match that. And it really is something to be said for that. You got to feel it to believe it, but so certainly is something great.
I think the best way to define the Bergen Catholic experience, especially when you're talking about the three schools that were just named, we have an unbelievable, comprehensive experience. It's not just we're the best at this, we're the best at this, we're the best at this. We take everything that we do, and overall, the experience is what we would define as the best. So there's not one thing that we are at the top at. We believe our overall experience, so everything that we do is the best, because we want to be great. And we want our students to be great. We want our families to be great. We want our alumni to be great. So that comprehensive experience, we want to be leading and successful in everything that we do, not just one specific program.
And there's a couple of really great questions coming up that I'll ask Mr. Rosa to go to, which is about taking math classes, higher level math classes early in your career at Bergen Catholic. So Mr. Rosa, would you please take that one?
Sure. So the math track that we offer is algebra 1, geometry, or algebra 2 trig. So based off of their 8th grade transcript and their Hspt scores is how we will do our preliminary math placement. So if your son takes pre-algebra in 8th grade, he will take some level of algebra his freshman year. Depending on how he scored on the test will be algebra CP or algebra honors. If he's taking algebra as an 8th grader, he'll have geometry as a freshman. Again, same thing. Depending on how he does on the test, he'll be in geometry CP, geometry honors, geometry high honors. If they take geometry, they will take some level of algebra 2 trig. But if they do take that, we will ask for a specific course description and curriculum guide that goes along with that class, just to make sure that they are covering everything that needs to be covered for a freshman level geometry class, not kind of like a hybrid. But we have had in the past freshmen that will take, we will have freshmen that will take algebra 2 trig. Foreign languages that we offer Mandarin, Latin, and Spanish. Spanish is probably our most popular language, but we do have upwards of 80 to 90 students in both Mandarin and Latin. And we offer all 3 of those levels all 4 years.
Now, Evan, you ask a great question here, and Matt and I are going to have to work as a tag team here answering this, because we're both passionate about this. I was hoping BC offers some sort of international experience, i.e. travel, also social service opportunities. I have a non-athlete son. Thank you. Thank you for asking that question. And the answer is yes. Our mission program is wonderful, and they go both domestically to places within the United States and also internationally. And we have a very strong service program as well. Matt is a product of our school, and this is something that he's very proud of. So I'll turn this back over to him to give you some examples.
Yes. So two of the programs that we offer two study abroad opportunities, one of which is our Argentina study abroad program, which we've done for almost 10 years. We have a partnership with Colegio Cardinal Newman, which is an Edmund Rice Christian Brother High School in Buenos Aires. And for 2 weeks, our students have the opportunity to go down to Argentina. And then for 2 weeks in the spring, their students have the opportunity to come and spend 2 weeks with us. And they live with a host family up here, and our students live with a host family down there. Another program that we had a pilot program of, but obviously with the times now, it's probably going to be a little difficult to get off the ground, is a partnership with a school in Shanghai to do a study abroad opportunity in China. But we do also offer an international immersion experience in Lima, Peru, which our students will go down to Lima, Peru for 2 weeks, and they'll do service. They'll build homes for those in need in Lima, Peru. They'll stay at a home that's been a home for the brothers, and they'll get the opportunity to really learn a lot about some of the international experiences that some of our brothers over other borders go through. Every school in the Edmund Rice Christian Brother Network in the United States spends about 2 weeks down there. So it's really a great opportunity for our kids to really get a feel for what it's like outside of the United States, but also to get a connection to such an unbelievable, what an unbelievable network our Christian Brothers Network is. Another program that we were supposed to build out in the spring, but that got a little difficult with having to be quarantined, is a Edmund Rice Network service opportunity for the Eastern schools in terms of the Mid-Atlantic and New England. So once a year, the 5 schools in this area, so Bergen Catholic, Iona Prep, All Hallows, Catholic Memorial in Boston, and Bishop Hendrick on Rhode Island, will do a weekend kind of immersion program / experience with students from those schools in their designated cities. So I'll use Bergen Catholic, for example. What will happen is all of the students will come here, and from those schools, they'll participate in some sort of, I don't want to call it a Crusader for a day experience on Friday, but they'll be immersed in some sort of a immersion experience, getting a feel of the Bergen Catholic experience and environment. That Saturday, they'll wake up early in the morning and have a prayer service, and then they'll go and do service with the other students in that school's designated city. So for us in Bergen Catholic, it would be either Patterson or Newark. For Iona Prep and All Hallows, it would be New York City or New Rochelle. For Catholic Memorial, it would be Boston, and for Bishop Hendrick, it would be Providence. After that, it would be a mass and a dinner at night and an ending prayer service, Sunday breakfast and a prayer service, and then they would head back to their designated cities. The hope is to do at least one of these a year, if not 2, and rotating who hosts them. Those are, as Dr. Mahoney said, I can go on forever about this, but we do have a lot of new things that are coming and opportunities for our students to participate in.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rosa.
Okay, so the BC Lead On program in July, is it going to be in person, and is there any cost? So yes, right now we are planning on having it in person, unless we are told, if we are told that we cannot have students on campus, then we will hold it virtually. I have a meeting next week with all of the teachers that are going to be teaching that program. Some of them are current Bergen Catholic faculty. Some of them are current college students who are going for a degree in that. So for example, journalism and media, I'll just use this as an example because the teacher is teaching it again this year that taught it last year. He's going to be a senior at Fordham, and he's getting a broadcast journalism degree from Fordham. He has worked as a beat writer for the New York Mets. the New Jersey Devils, as well as been an intern for the Rockland Boulders. He is also the play-by-play and color commentary announcer for the Fordham women's basketball team and baseball team. So he has a lot of experience regarding a lot of the journalism and media piece. So he teaches that course with them. He kind of goes into what is journalism, what is the proper way and ethical way of journalism. He will create podcasts with them. They'll do their own like mini talk show, both sports and not. So they get kind of a different feel of both sports journalism and regular journalism, sports media, regular media. So that's just one of the examples. For our forensics class, he's currently a teacher. He's our math department chair as well. But last year he did a bunch of projects with them, and he even had a guest speaker come in who is a public defender in California, who was over in New Jersey at the time, and he came in and spoke to the classes about how they handle forensics in terms of criminal cases. So right now that is planned to be on campus. If not, the meeting next week is to specifically talk about how we can offer it virtually. What are some of the things we can offer? If there's some classes we might have to take out because we can't, our hope is to offer this at some point. If it is on campus, it's a 3-week program that's $450. If it is virtual, there will be a cost to run it, but it will be significantly cheaper than the $450. Does BC offer advanced math starting from 9th grade? Are there any subject-specific scholarship opportunities? We do not offer specific subject scholarships for high school. We do have specific awards that they can get as seniors, some of which when they graduate, some of them have scholarships attached to them. Some colleges offer our students specific awards that are subject-based, but in terms of receiving a scholarship to Bergen Catholic for math, we don't have that. The advanced math does start in 9th grade, though. Next question. My son attends an independent day school this marking period. They don't have grades. They are doing narratives. Will that be okay for his transcripts for his application? Yes, it will. We understand what a lot of schools are going through, especially for grades. Colleges are going through it with high schools as well. We're going through it. In the end, we're all a part of education, and we're in it to make sure that the students have the best experience possible. So we'll work with that school. If there's something that we need specifically from them, whether it's test scores, specific entrance exam scores for that school, to go a little bit in depth on that narrative. If we have to require letters of recommendations from teachers for that specific class, we can do that as well. We are willing to work with all of them. Next question. Oh, this is a great one. My son competes nationally and internationally in judo. His current school has supported his mid-year travel. Does BC allow that? Thanks. That's all at the discretion of the teacher and Mr. McElhenney. We have in the past. The biggest thing is if there is work that needs to be done, the work needs to be done. But if the student is accommodating and gets all of his work in, the teachers work with them as well. We have that specifically where kids will have to leave early because they'll have to go on a trip for a sport for Bergen Catholic. We've had students who have been unbelievable golfers in the past that have traveled to participate in specific tournaments that they have to do in terms of golf, where they'll be in Florida for like a month or 3 weeks, and they'll have to work with their teachers. Everything that we're kind of doing with remote learning too now also helps that as well. So it gives kids the opportunity where if they will be out of the building, they will still get that experience out of the building, but the expectation will still be there that they'll have to get all of that work in, take the tests, and be on par with where the class is in terms of the work. But is that allowed? Has that happened? Yes, and the teachers do work with them.
Well, Mr. Rosa, it looks like we came to our last question, or no, maybe not. Okay.
Two more.
Okay. So any thoughts on SATs and ACTs in the future? Great question. I just read an article in the Chronicle for higher education and how some of the students or most of the students will be exempt, and universities are actually not requiring SAT or ACT testing for the rising seniors. So this is a question that we're going to have to follow and see. So we will still remain in the position to prepare our students to take these exams. There's no harm in that. And so this way, if they do have some kind of hybrid testing policy going in place, Bergen Catholic will be prepared to make sure that our students are prepared to achieve success on both the SATs and the ACTs. I think that this is a great question to bring up to our principal at the Crusader Coffee series as a follow-up, because this, again, is ever changing in these uncertain times. But thank you.
Are there opportunities to speak to coaches in a forum like this? So that athletic Crusader Coffee series that'll take place in June, there will be coaches on that call as well. And they'll have the opportunity. So 3 of our coaches have currently agreed to do it. So you'll have the opportunity to talk to specific coaches. If you want to contact me offline about what coaches you're looking to speak with, I can absolutely get you in contact with them. What is the student-teacher ratio in terms of class sizes? Dr. Mahoney, if you want to take that one, then I'll take the last one.
Sure. So there is a 13-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio with class sizes that we have at Bergen Catholic. We're very proud of our class sizes at Bergen. Keep in mind there are some subjects and classes that need more students in there. So, for example, you have physical education. You might have an art class. You might have a music class, a theater class of some kind. Those require a little bit higher numbers. But we try to keep class size in a very appropriate way.
Okay, so last question. Is there a specific uniform or dress shirt and tie? So we don't have a uniform. I know it looks like I'm wearing the school uniform, but we do not have a school uniform. So the dress code is for freshmen through juniors. In the fall and spring, they can wear the Bergen Catholic polo. It's either a red or white polo shirt, khaki pants, blue pants, black pants, any type of dress pants or khaki they want to wear. Brown or black shoes, leather boat shoes are okay. Belt as well. So that's part of the dress code. Seniors are the only group that can wear the polo all year round. That is a senior privilege, if you want to call it that. Believe me, I know the juniors are so excited that when they come back in the fall, they don't have to wear a shirt and tie. Other than mass days, everyone has to. They have to wear a shirt, tie, and jacket. But in terms of the winter, so mid-October to mid-April, late April, underclassmen, so freshmen, sophomores, and juniors, have to wear a shirt and tie. It's not a specific shirt and tie that they have to wear. It's not a Bergen Catholic tie. They can wear any shirt tie combination they want. If they want to wear a sweater, it has to be the Bergen Catholic pullover, but that is an Under Armour pullover, quarter zip. It's a really nice sweater. The kids kind of wear it, even just to wear it over the polo shirt if they want to. So it is a very comfortable pullover. So a lot of our kids wear that as well.
And Mr. Rosa, before we go, I want to thank everyone for being on the call tonight. It certainly was a great turnout, and I think a great way to reach so many different families. But with the help of our Director of Technology here, Al Spiegel, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, because I just want to end with a couple of talking points and next steps for some of our families. So if I go ahead and share my screen here, let's see. Okay. I think that I'm doing it. Can everyone see my screen here? Mr. Rosa, can you see my screen?
I can see your screen.
Okay, great. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our homepage of Bergen Catholic. The reason why I draw this to your attention is right over here is virtual open house. And in here are all important documents that you can see, which is our admissions calendar that Mr. Rosa just talked about. Also on here is information on our Crusader College experience, and the steps and what we do with our parents and our students. And then again, also on here is a word wall of all of where all the great universities where our students are going. And then going back on here, you'll see down here the Crusader Coffee series. And you can RSVP to one of them by clicking here, and that will bring you to a calendar, and you choose which one, and you can choose them all, but you can choose which one you'd like to attend. And I think it's a great way. So I hope that was helpful. I'm going to turn it back over here to Mr. Rosa now and ask him to say goodbye on our behalf. And as we always say here at Bergen Catholic, I'll live Jesus in our hearts forever, and God bless you and God bless your families.
Thank you, Dr. Mahoney. I want to thank everybody for attending tonight. I really do appreciate you taking the time and dedication to really start the process. We're honored that you would kind of start that process with us. I want to thank Dr. Mahoney again for all of his help with this. I want to thank Mr. Al Spiegel, our Director of Technology, for really helping with all of the technology needs. We kind of made sure that we had everything, no stone left unturned, to make sure that all of this was prepared for everyone. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself. You have all of my information through the welcome email. All of my information can be found on the website. We'll be happy to help in any way that we can. I hope to see you at some of our Crusader Coffee Series events. Again, thank you for attending. We hope this was informative for you, and have a great night.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. Thank you.